Hey YouTube, Stevie D353 here, and I also have
Joshua Butcher.
And today we're gonna discuss part 3 of our Windows versus Linux. Josh has ran in a few troubles today, and he's highly considering about going to Linux full time. And I was telling them the perks of Linux and everything, and he really likes Linux, but there's a few drawbacks that was holding him from going to Linux. But now he experienced a few problems with Linux, and I'm gonna pass the mic over to him so he can tell you what he has experienced in Windows today. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay. Let me start out to say those who doing mostly drivers and software making, those who play like games and other stuff. Well, I have an experience that you cannot, if you use Explorer or Firefox or Google Chrome. I have to where if I was going to use, if I want to get DS3 games for the PC or PCXS2, PlayStation 2 for PC, you cannot use Google Chrome or Firefox or any other browsers that were made from the site. You have to use Explorer to go bypass through these ads in order to get the games you want. Firefox and Google Chrome does not allow to use the experience of, browsing to download softwares and games. For drivers and other equipments must be used for Explorer. Microsoft is being real ridiculous of programs and software makings and other drivers to related. I cannot use anything else but Explorer only. Now, for other normal stuff uses, yes, you can use Firefox and Google Chrome. The last few days, in order for me to download my games from emulators, I had to use Explorer. Why? Is because Microsoft wants to do some changes to Google Chrome, Google service itself for the Explorer.
And Josh, you can agree with me on this statement if you want to, but I think that all this about Microsoft cracking down on everything they do is all related to Windows 8. I think this is my own personal opinion. Everyone else who will listen to this on YouTube, you will have your own opinion. Josh may have his own opinion. But this is what I think. Microsoft is seeing that everyone, when Windows XP would hit the end of support April 8th of this year, which really sucked because Windows XP was like the best operating system that Microsoft ever made.
I can agree.
But I think ever since they stopped support for that, people's been going to Linux, and Microsoft's been seeing a decrease in sales. So what I think Microsoft is trying to do is lock down on everything that they do to have people go out and buy Windows 8 machines to stop people from using Linux. That's my own personal opinion. What do you think, Josh?
I can agree to that because I have seen everything that was growing up was DOS. And believe it or not, when DOS was developed, and where my dad's time, my dad's birthday was on the 9/11, which is quite funny, is because when 9/11 happened, that's when all the network and also security was being all screwed up, and Microsoft had to do some changes because after of all the BS that was going on, not including the after 9/11 happened, Microsoft had to make some changes to drivers and networking because a lot of hackers out there.
Right.
And I don't like what's been going on.
Right.
The last 6
And
years, wasn't it? Last 6 years?
yeah, and frankly, that's what I think. I think Microsoft is getting ticked off at all these people ditching Windows to go to Linux. Well, the thing is, okay, is that Linux and Windows, they're two separate platforms, okay?
Yes.
I mean, I'm a 26-year-old guy, okay? Josh is also 25, okay?
No,
I'm
actually 26.
26, my bad. I forgot I just had a birthday recently. March 7th. I forgot. Sorry about that. But both of us are 26, okay? Me and Josh, we've dealt with Windows ever since we were like, well, for me, I started with Windows ever since I was 10 years old because I have a disability called cerebral palsy and I could not access a computer until I was 10 because I was in a wheelchair until I was 10 years old. So the very first Windows that I ever used was Windows 3.1. Okay.
That was prior to the DOS
And
series of Windows 95.
And I really liked 3.1. Then I went to 95 and 98 and 98 second edition. And then Me, which was absolute crap. And then 2000 and then XP. I got those timelines wrong. You can leave your comments in the space below on what come first. But then I went to XP and I really liked XP. Then Microsoft dropped support. And I think since Microsoft dropped support for that, everyone got ticked off. They didn't want to go out and buy new Linux machines. New Windows machines in order to run Windows 8 and everything. You see, that's the thing. I think Microsoft is getting ticked off about that. That people's not going out and buying new machines. Okay, my mom is a 52-year-old woman, okay? She mainly plays Facebook games and browse Facebook, okay? So, I have Windows 7 on her computer. And her computer's only a Dell Inspiron 1300, okay? 1.7 gigahertz processor and 2 gigs of RAM in a 60 gigabyte hard drive.
That used to be running XP.
That used to run XP. It's not made to run Windows 7. But it runs perfectly fine. The only thing with that computer in Windows 7, it doesn't support Aero. But, see, my mom doesn't care. All she cares about is getting on Facebook, checking her email, and playing Facebook games. And you know what? That's perfect for her. Hang on. Okay, there's a few problems which I'm thinking about putting her on Manjaro Linux. She tried Manjaro in the past. My mom, she really can get a hang of Manjaro. She actually begun her Linux Explorer in Manjaro, so it's really user friendly. I do all the major updates and I do all of that. I control the updates and all that. But when it comes to browsing Facebook and playing Facebook games and checking email, it's perfect for that. What do you think?
I think it is. But also, my main concern, what is Aero? What is it supposed to mean? What is it for? What is it supposed to do? That's what don't get me.
All,
I mean,
all,
look at the XP.
all,
Look at the XP, for example.
all,
It doesn't come with it.
all Aero is your start what the? Oh man, screensaver. I thought I turned that off. Anyway, okay. All it is, okay, is your start menu. Your start menu and your taskbar has transparency in it. That's it.
Yeah, but what was to the XP version? What's that makes that any difference before?
It doesn't. Aero didn't exist in XP. Okay,
that's right. See, now we know the difference
between
Aero and a non-Aero.
Aero takes more RAM out of the computer to run. Okay, it takes more resources, takes more CPU, or in my case, APU. More memory, which I've only got 2 gigs to begin with. Okay, after Windows is done, after Windows did all their updates, okay, I'm idling at 1.1 gigabytes per 1.1 gigabytes. I'm idling. Okay. Now, okay, I'm gonna show you guys on my system. Okay, I'm running a Matthew Moore's version of Manjaro Linux. Okay, and I will show you guys HTOP real quick. I'm Skyping and I'm screen sharing. Okay, and as you can see, my CPU is rather high. That's because I'm screen sharing. I'm screen recording and I'm Skyping at the exact same time. Okay, but still, that doesn't bog the system down. As you can see, I'm moving the Skype thing around my desktop really fast and it's not bogging down at all. On Windows, it would go, it would go really, it wouldn't go like this. So honestly, in the long run, I think Linux is better than Windows, at least in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I really do think Linux is better in my opinion.
I think so too, is because, like I said, I went through Linux, my experience. I had a couple of choices before I chose to have different distributions. I was mainly hopping, not because I want to try, is because I want to see what Linux can do. And I chose the Arch command, sort of speak. Linux, Manjaro Linux, Arch-based command.
Manjaro or Manjaro, however you want to pronounce it. Some people pronounce it Manjaro, some people pronounce it Manjaro. So, however you want to pronounce it.
Anyways, I had a couple of experiences with each different ones. I had OpenBox, OpenSUSE. I had all different versions. One I mainly like best out of them is Manjaro. Is because it's easy, it's friendly, it's not as use hog as most other ones. Yeah, they get the Featherlight versions, but those are just stable. Those are just, not really Arch command user.
And in my experience, you can ask Josh. Okay, I've done my well share of distro hopping. Okay, but knowing I've distro hopped through Xubuntu, Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Lubuntu, okay, OpenSUSE, Manjaro OpenBox, okay, Manjaro KDE, okay, I mean, hell, I even had Arch from the ground up, okay, but the one desktop environment that keeps dragging me back is XFCE. XFCE is so customizable that it's not funny. You can do so much with XFCE.
And they want you to. Take a look at Windows. Can you do any of these options
I mean,
that you do with Linux?
Look,
I mean, seriously.
Everyone, look. I have a drop-down terminal. Can you do that in Windows? No. Okay. You can run. I don't have it running, but you can. I don't have it installed, but you can run Compare. Okay, wobbly windows and everything. Can you do that on Windows? No. Yeah, granted, there is a little bit of a barrier when it comes to gaming. Okay? But
It's not all that big deal.
But, a lot of these games are coming to Linux platform. Like, for example, Josh plays this game on Steam that's a truck simulator game. Okay? He only thought it was for Windows. A week later, check, boom, it's on Linux. So, all these games are migrating to Linux through Steam. And I really do think, like Spatry says, I really do think Linux is the future of gaming.
I believe that because if by over time, by nearly in 2020, 2025, Linux is going to override Microsoft. And I do believe by that time.
But we can't say that for sure yet until Windows 9 comes out.
Now,
I still think people's gonna prefer Linux over Windows any day because it's so customizable in the long run.
Oh, it's not only that. Windows had to come in with this stupid ass code.
Right. But anyway, this video is getting rather long, so I'm gonna YouTube has a time limit for
Just
videos.
Break it down in parts for people to understand between Windows and going to Linux if they want to choose. Do you think it would be possible to put that in this log?
Yeah, but I was using the Skype timer as the time for this video, but we started the call before this. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it short. Not cut it short, but I'm gonna end the call right here. Yeah, you guys leave your comment in the space below on what you think is better. In my opinion, Linux is better. You can do so much with it. It's so customizable. Look I'm on Matthew's version of Manjaro. I did take this back on from the one that Matthew and Spatry did. I did take that back on. I took a few ideas here and there. But that's the beauty of Linux. You can do that. You do that with Windows, they'll sue you.
No, they're just suing you. They'll take everything from you.
Right. Look at Linux is so customizable. You can do so much with it and everything. Like I said, look, I'm screen recording and I'm Skyping at the exact same time, and you guys can see my CPU usage. But that doesn't stop me from being able to do what I want. If I want to do something, this can dish it out. Yes, this is an Acer Aspire 5250 1.3 GHz dual-core processor with 2 gigs of RAM and a 640 GB hard drive. Yes, it is capable of running Windows 7. But do I like all the stuff that Windows 7 does? Josh, for example, he's thinking about going to Windows 7. He has an AMD Phantom X2. Yes, he's on Windows 7, by the way, and he's running an AMD Phantom X2 processor. Originally clocked at 3.3 GHz, but he overclocked it to 3.5, running 4 gigs of RAM and a terabyte hard drive. And
not to mention excess video card.
Yes, and he's running I forget his graphics card. What's your graphics card, Josh?
It's a 6670 graphics R version.
Is that by NVIDIA?
Yes.
See,
no, not by NVIDIA, it's by AMD.
Okay, well, AMD Radeon. But, he's thinking about going to Linux because Windows pissed him off so much. But you guys, give your opinion in the comment below. I'll include the link to Josh's channel, so you guys can leave a comment to him on one of his videos. in relation to this video. Or you can just check him out because he's a good guy and everything. He doesn't do Linux videos, but he does videos on his setup for his surround sound. Sometimes if there's a major storm, he'll include that on his channel. So like I said, I'll leave his channel in the description below, so really check him out. He's a really good guy. But anyway, I'm gonna let it go right here. Josh, you got any final words?
Yeah, I got two. Choose your own how you want to live your life, Microsoft ways or Linux ways. You guys decide that, and good luck to you all.
And yeah, and my final words is choose have Windows or Linux. The choice is entirely yours. We're not twisting your arm and saying, hey, pick this over this is better. No, we're not doing that. Me and Josh, no, we don't twist people's arm to have them pick what they want. What we want. We're just giving our opinion on things. Choose whatever you want. It's totally up to you.
And feel what you're comfortable with.
So again, this is StevieD353 and
Joshua Butcher.
And we will talk to y'all in our next video, alright? Y'all take care. Peace.
Peace.